Hey guys, the Gemmy Fan here on Gemmy Master Animatronics, and what we have here today to show you is the Gemmy animated life-size Jason Voorhees. This is the 2009 version from what I recall. Could be 2008, I don't know. But it's got a slightly different color of clothing and face, but it's the same style and everything. And yes, this is the one I showed several months ago, probably around 5 to 6 months ago on GMA, on the old GMA, and you'll notice some changes on it, obviously. From the old video that I made on it, the gear that was actually in the head was the wrong gear. It was a 9-tooth gear, and this thing required a 10-tooth gear. So scratch that idea of using a 9-tooth gear on the... Although it still works on the head, as you saw, but it made a really, really loud mechanism noise from the motor and the gears because the gear teeth weren't fitted enough for the gears, although they still worked. So I went back in there, cleaned up the mechanism, and put a 10-tooth gear in it, and it works flawlessly. You can't hear anything from the mechanism, and the head actually moves a lot better too. And as you can see, he now has his machete. A story behind that is that he's always had his machete, yet I didn't even know it. The story is that when I went back to pick up something, what was it? I bought the Jason first back in, I'd say, what, March? I think somewhere around March or April of this year. So when I went back to buy the Michael Myers, which I'll be reviewing in a few days, I noticed that his machete was actually laying in the same booth underneath the shelf, and I didn't know it. It was just laying there, so I was like, hey, can I take this guy home, since I bought the Jason a couple months back, and he no longer had his machete. So they're like, yeah, sure, take it home. So he now has his original machete back in his hand, which is cool. So he's all original, 100% besides the box itself. So he's been improved. The head mechanism has been improved, so it's not really loud or anything anymore. And he now has his machete. So he is 100% fully working condition, which I'm very happy to have a fully working Jason. The antique store that I also bought the Jason, the Ghostface, Michael Myers, the Witch, the Gothic Bride, and a couple others from, actually has the, what do you call it, the life-size Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface. They're asking like $300 for it, but I'm going to try to get them down to $250, and of course it's probably going to need some work, but if not, then that's just a bonus. But hopefully I can get that guy as well to add to the life-size collection. Anyways, moving on to the Jason himself. Like I said, he works great. No problems with it whatsoever, and like I said, I'll film the 2007 Jason Voorhees at a later time, so just look forward to that somewhere along Halloween, before it gets sent back to Donovan. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about it. He works great, as I've said about a million times now. He is on motion and sound activated at this point, so I guess without further ado, we will demonstrate it for you. Hope you guys enjoy. And there you have it, guys. A fully working Jason, which I'm proud to own in my collection. I guess we'll play it a couple more times since the sequence on this guy is pretty short. So, yeah, and then afterwards we'll get some close-up details of the face and everything else. So, here we go again. So now for the close-up details. So he's probably gonna sound off again, like I said, because he's on motion activation right now. So when I take the mask off, he'll probably sound off, hopefully. Yep. So that pretty much concludes this review over the Gemmy animated life-size Jason Voorhees, which is in fully working condition now. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the progress on the 2007 Jason that I'm working on. So give me a minute here. Excuse the mess that's in this room currently. I've got some repairs or stuff that I just got done repairing. As you could see, I've already made reviews on these two. Just got done repairing that. Currently I'm working on the Witch with Spirit Ball's eyes. I need to put new LEDs in those. But here's the 2007 Jason. As you can see, slightly different appearance. He's obviously got the longer hair. He's got his machete. But like I said, everything works pretty good on him. The head only moves a little bit though due to the fried out component on the motor, so I had to switch the wires and connect it to the eye mechanism. But it still works the best I could get it without actually going into the board and replacing a resistor, which is even more risky because it's harder to find that problem out. But maybe when I get more experience later on, I will consider doing that. But yeah, I will make a video on this guy once the piece that makes his body turn is actually remade and placed on here again. So yeah, that pretty much is it for this video, and thanks for watching.